What is up, guys? Isaac here with a 5.1 Arms Warrior. What can we call this? Arms Warrior Guide. Now, today I'm going to go through talents, glyphs, and rotation. In the next video, I'll give you guys some gameplay. So, let's get into talents. Now, as you can see, here's my choice. Now, here, let me go ahead and say it. This is a PvP spec, so don't rush into PvP with this, but let me go ahead and explain this. Warbringer is a really, really good move, and so is Double Time, but I like Juggernaut for its just, you can just ball through, you can just ram it. I mean, these quick charges you can get from one place to another, but Double Time also can it's also really good at doing that, but I really like Juggernaut for the quick charges. um but it is also mainly preference. So if you want to do a double charge, like if you're in arena and you want to charge the DPS and then immediately charge after the healer if he's too far away or whatnot, or Warbringer, but I have Shockwave. So anyway, we'll get into tier 2. Impending Victory is not worth it. Enrage Regen maybe worth it, but Second Wind is definitely not overpowered, because the 35% health, that's execute range. So if you can get crit hard enough, you could still go down. So Second Wind, but if you pop defensive cooldowns and people can't pump enough damage into you, you're kind of unkillable. So Second Wind for the win. Now we got Staggering Shout. Any enemies that are snared will then become rooted. So Double Warrior, a Piercing Howl, and a Staggering Shout is overpowered, but any snare like a Concussive Shot or the Paladin's Judgment slows, or any slow, you just pop that and these guys are rooted. So what are they gonna do? Alright, now we move down to Piercing Howl reduces movement speed by 50%. I kind of never understood Piercing Howl, because you have, hold on, let me flip over here. You have Hamstring to do the exact same thing for you at a lower cost. So, alright, now we've got Blade Storm, which is amazing. But remember, this is a PvP spec, so I went with Shockwave and Dragon's Roar. I simply couldn't. I'm gonna wait till I get my Malevolent Weapon to use Dragon's Roar, because it's like 100k crits. Because I feel if you can't get 100k crits with Dragon's Roar, it's not worth it. But yeah, I'll explain that in 1 second. Now, Blade Storm, it's amazing. It's everyone's favorite ability. I don't even think I have to explain Blade Storm. You spin through the air doing damage every second for 6 seconds. It's awesome. But Shockwave is very situational. In a frontal cone, you can stun anyone in front of you for 4 seconds. Within a 10 yards, of course. But that is so good, because 4 seconds, that's a lot of time if you're in a clutch move. I mean, you could do a lot in 4 seconds. And neither of these actually, Blade Storm doesn't do anything, but Dragon's Roar knocks the targets back. So it's like an interrupt. But Shockwave is definitely a very PvP situation kind of thing. A clutch kind of ability, I'd say. Then we have Mass Spell Reflect, Safeguard, and Vigilance. The only good one for an Arms Warrior in PvP, honestly, I think would be Mass Spell Reflect, because you've got this Warlock here casting two big Chaos Bolts at your buddy. Instead of getting on the Warlock, just pop your Mass Spell Reflect and then immediately pop your regular Spell Reflect, and then you can get on him. That's like 200k worth of damage that your team just negated, and it went back to him. Safeguard, not really worth it, because Intervene is great for what Safeguard does. and Vigilance is a prot kind of move, and it's a cooldown, so don't really need it. Avatar, Bloodbath, and Stormbolt. Stormbolt is pretty good for PvP, I must say. But you got to think about this: the additional 300% weapon damage is only done to like bosses that can't be hit by stuns. I mean that can't be stunned. So instead, it just does a good amount of damage. But what your Stormbolt's going to do is it's just going to stun the guy for 3 seconds, which I don't really think is good because I have Shockwave to do that for me. And of course, I've got my buddies. You've got Bloodbath, causing melee special attacks to deal additional 30% damage as bleed over 6 seconds. That's pretty good, but I think that Bloodbath is only pretty good with Blade Storm because you're pumping a lot of damage into these guys, and when you pump the damage in, it's causing them to bleed. So I think that if you go Blade Storm, which is a pretty good choice, just you can be disarmed, and if a warrior disarmed, that's definitely. I mean, if a warrior Blade Storms, that's a basic call for a disarm. But Bloodbath is pretty good with those combined. And Avatar, and just love Avatar. It got nerfed really bad in this patch. It used to do additional 30% damage, and you couldn't be CC'd, and you used to generate more rage. But now it's just breaking you out of stuff. For the one chance you pop it, it breaks you out of the snares and roots, and increases your damage by 20%. So pretty heavy nerf on it, but it's still great. It's just a flat damage increase and breaking you out, which I could understand Stormbolt being great, and I could understand Bloodbath being great, but my personal preference says that Avatar, just the flat damage increase when you need to like squeeze a big amount of damage in, is definitely the one you want to use, because Bloodbath is over time and Stormbolt doesn't do nearly that much damage. So that is talents. Glyphs. Alright, pretty good one. Glyph of Mortal Strike. Now, if you have Mortal Strike on the target, you get healed. I mean, that's great. You get healed for more. Sunder Armor is free. Still great because I think it costs 10 rage. And Unending Rage, just you can see it right now. I have a 120 rage, so that's great too. And yeah, that was quick. Crap, just to make me look cool, you know. Charging with some style. Alright, next video I shall show you guys the macros and some other cool stuff. So yeah. I'm thinking of if there's anything else I need to tell you guys about, like anything. Oh, defensive. I could tell you about the defensive macros, but I'll do that in the next video. This is Isaac. Make sure you guys keep it cool. Whoa. Oh, they now function. That's why I messed up. Aw. Peace out, guys.